Hey everyone, 2 days ago, I put up an update. I finished an update, I should say, for Japanese from Zero Book 3. This is the edition that's available right now. If you're on the playlist playing Japanese from Zero, this is the book that we use to do that. So a lot of you have this book. Matter of fact, this book has been this book since 2006. But 2 days ago, on the 14th, I finished Japanese from Zero Book 3, Revision 5. And now it's available as a special cover with this new animation character that we have up on shop.fromzero.com. But not just this book. Actually, I'm forgetting the most important part. I redid the entire book. We started this revision in 2018. Now, this book is completely revised, and I got today. I wasn't expecting to get it for like another week and a half. This book is beautiful, and I'm biased as I'm the most biased person you're gonna get, so you can't trust me. But just please, for a moment, understand that compared to the old book, compared to the book that I have in front of me right now, I flipped through this thing, and it is for me, it is insanely beautiful. I mean, I remember when I first did book 5 and I thought book 5 was beautiful. It was the first time I redesigned everything, right? And then I went back and I did book 1. This is the current book 1, by the way. This is the current book 1, okay? This is the current book 1 right now. And it is the same awesome style as book 5, but this is even more, I call it book technology, because I write tools to make the book look pretty. I have a bunch of styling tools. But anyway, this is book 3, special cover, like I said, available here. Only right now, if you get it right now, and I'm not trying to be a salesman, but I'm just letting you know, if you're on the verge of getting book 3, get this right now up on shop.fromzero, because we're gonna put in the revision to Amazon, but it takes a while for it to get through the system. This one is a completely different barcode, a different ISBN, so it never had an older version. So it will only be this version that we send to you. So you will get the updated version, okay? Now, book 1, this is the new book 1. This is not the permanent cover, by the way, this is a special cover. Eventually, we're gonna update the current covers of Japanese from Zero, but right now this is only way you can get these characters, which is done by a human artist named Silt. That's his work name. I don't think he wants his real name out there, but his name is Silt, okay? He's been working with us for years. I met him through my Tissue Box channel of all places. This is book 2. Now, let me say, book 1, actually, if you're on the playlist, which I am putting this video in the playlist, you are using version probably 6 or 7. Version 8 of this book came out a couple years ago, okay? This is version 8.2, which means a little bit more typos got done. When it's a major revision, that's like a ton of stuff got done. 8.2 not major, just minor. If you have 8.0, you're fine. If you want to know what version you have on these books, it's right on the inside cover. Open it up, look on there, or on the next page, okay? This is book 2. Now, book 2, if you're in the playlist, has been the same book because I made those videos in 2016. It's now 9 years since 2016, okay? Almost 10 years since 2016. This book, the one that's out there right now, the red one, this one also was updated, I think, last in 2008. But in 3 months ago, the completely revised, like I have to go back and probably make new videos, book came out. That's this. This is also available on, I didn't mean to keep that up the whole time. I don't like to be a salesman. I know this is a very salesman-y thing, okay, but it is Christmas, and a lot of people ask me about updates to the books. So this is your video letting you know. I always tell you, I will let you know in a video, this is the video, okay? But this is now, what is this? 6.1, so it's got one minor update after the major from July when this book came out. This is book 4, Open Transparency. This is the same book since like 2015 on the inside. But it's a big book. It just doesn't have the new stylings, okay? There will eventually be an update on this. If you're not near buying this, maybe hold off, unless you want the special cover. Now, that being said, even though we made these updates, we made updates to books that already have, across the board, 5-star reviews on Amazon. Like, book 1 has 8,000 plus reviews, and the average is like 4.8. I think this one's 4.9. I can't remember, or 4. They're all minimum 4.8 for it to show a 5-star. Okay. This is the new book 5 special cover. The biggest change, the inside is the same as the current book. This book came out relatively recently. This is within the last 5 years. This was the first book to get the new awesome design that I did. But even now looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, I've made some improvements. I should probably, it's simple things like the black bar doesn't go all the way across in the answer key. It's simple things like that. But I want to make those changes. But anyway, this up until now has been the pink book. It's now the orange book. That was a decision made by our artist. He said, we start with blue, which is nice. Then you go to red, which is nice. But then we have purple in book 4. And then we go to pink in book 5. It's a little bit too much on the red scale. So he said, please, can we change it to, he actually didn't ask. He just changed it to orange. That's it. That's what I came to update you on. I didn't want to make a long video. I just wanted to let you know that today, the most exciting thing that happened to me was this. Oh my God. I have been working on this since 2018. And in the last few months, I've like done a fever pitch to finish it. And it's gone. I've made all of my revisions. It goes back to Kanako. Kanako is one of my co-authors, and it comes back to me. I check things with my wife, and then I spend all this time doing the edits and trying to make it fit for what Kanako says it needs to be. And then she'll take it back, and then she wants to fit my vision. And it's this back and forth until we get to this, which is insanely beautiful. And way, like, to be fair, book 3 forever was my least favorite book. It was. Book 2 was my least favorite book design-wise, because I did this, you can't really tell, but the design of this book, I didn't like it. The font was too big. I was trying something experimental, and I never did it in any of the other books, so it was like the black sheep of the family. So I was so happy to get that out 3 months ago. But this book, I knew I could teach better. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you a quick example. Like when we teach, this is gonna be a little bit technical, but when you get to the book 3 lessons, you'll know what I'm talking about. When we teach the to particle, which marks thoughts and expressions, right? It's like quotes and things like that. We taught it verb by verb as if it was something brand new. So we have like, what is to omo? What is to iu? What is to kiku? When it's one concept, right? And if you teach the one concept as to, then you can apply it to way more verbs than just those 3, right? Stuff like that. Like, and I'll give you one more final thing just to be a little bit technical. In the very first book 1, in the book 1 that was out until I did the revision a couple years ago, you couldn't ask somebody, what food do you like? Like, what type of dog do you like? What type of movie do you like? We couldn't ask that in book 1. You had to wait until book 3 to get the word donna. But it's not like I added donna to book 1. No, I just realized we could do it with grammar in book 1. You could say, tabemono wa, as for food, nani ga suki desu ka? What do you like? And that was why I made revisions, because there's so many things that we could do more with the grammar that we already learned. And I added a little bit of things that I think we're missing. Like for the longest time, we did all the body parts in book 1, but arm wasn't until book 3. You know what I mean? Like little slip ups like that. All right. Now, hopefully my mic's been on the whole time. I'm gonna look at the chat right now, but honestly, I'm gonna end the video pretty soon because I want this to be in the playlist and I don't want people to be overwhelmed. I want people just to know this is like a temporary video that's gonna be in the playlist. We're gonna take it out when the sale's over, up at shop.fromzero.com. I don't know when the sale ends. I need to ask, but I don't know when it ends, but it will end eventually. And these are special covers, so they will never be up on Amazon available, like the current books. Now, eventually the books will be updated with new characters or something like that, but we're not there yet. But this is huge revisions. The last book to get all the revisions will be book 4, but right now, book 3, book 2, if you're not aware, huge revisions. Like 20 plus years of new knowledge in my brain, teaching, having you guys ask questions, doing the website. I now know a lot more about, just the classroom. Like before, the books were written on purely a classroom experience. Now they're written on classroom experience, web experience, and 20 years of people asking me questions. Oops, check that down. All right, let me look at some questions. I literally used that sentence structure today in Hello Talk, also recommended by you. Thank you, Kyle. Big revisions just happened, just got here. Yes. But the big news is that up on shop.fromzero.com, we're doing this special. You can get all 5 books for $179. I do sound like a salesman, don't I? I've gotten more salesman-y over the years, I feel. But $179 for all 4 books is literally cheaper than Amazon right now for the same insides. All right. Hard question from TSLA. When book 5 videos? Yeah. Yes, I got 1 video out so far. I was thinking about that this morning. I actually had a thought while I was in the shower. I took a shower right before the live stream because my hair was a mess. And I was in the shower and I was going, man, I should do a challenge where I do 1 video every day for book 5, and I'll call it a video every day until I finish book 5 videos. And then I was like, nah, that would be too much work. But eventually I'll get to it. Are the revisions only on these new covers? Currently, okay, let's go through that. Book 3, yes. Book 3, it's currently, I haven't even uploaded the file yet. It's only on this book for book 3. That's not intentional. I just was rushing to get this out for the special. Here's what happened. We were so close to finishing book 3, and Justin, the co-owner of the From Zero side of the business, he's like, we're doing this new sale. Can we get the special covers on there? We're working on the special covers, right, with Silt. We did it for like 2-3 months. We were getting far behind on the special cover. Because these new characters were like, I told Silt, I'm like, look, bro, you're gonna have to do an amazing job with these covers before I agree to change the characters, because this is like my life work, and they're selling so well with the current whatever. Where is she? Look at this. This is the current character. Now when I look at her, she feels wrong, but she was so beautiful compared to the original. Like the original character drawn by me, you can't compare it. But when you look at the new, oh my God, where'd she go? The new special cover, you know, it's way more improved to the current style of anime. But here's the thing. I was so close to finishing book 3. I was pushing. I said, just give me a couple more days. I just need a couple more days. And it was at this point where I was just going to have to change the cover of the original book 3 like we did for the chibi covers, right? For the last year special covers were chibis, these chibi characters. But I pushed, and that's why it finished literally 2 days ago. And I didn't think I was going to get a copy of this because it says like 10 days for it to deliver. It came today. That's why I'm making a video like back to back. I did a video yesterday as well. So book 3, completely updated. Depending on what version of book 2 you have, completely updated as of July. This is the current version. Sorry, this is my official copy 725. Okay, this is my official release version. And so this is the completely updated book 2. Book 1 in these special covers is currently version 8.2. That's not on Amazon yet. I'm going to upload it in a day or 2, right? But even that, I'm not trying to sell the special covers, although I am. It's like a mixed bag. I'm not saying this to get you to buy. It's going to take a few weeks or so for Amazon to cycle out of what, because they print a certain amount. You have to understand, Amazon is where we print through, right? For the majority, we have 3 printers. Amazon's the majority where people get the book, right? So if they take the file and it goes to all of their distribution centers, they print a certain amount of copies because the book sells a lot. So when we update that copy, yeah, that goes into the system, but until they get rid of the previous versions, the new one doesn't cycle in. That's what happens, okay? So book 1 has slight updates that you won't notice 8.2. Book 2 came out in July, massive update, but since then it's now version 6.1. We're just a couple typos or a misnumbering if something got fixed or something like that. Book 4 and 5 untouched. If you already have book 4 or 5, you definitely have the current version. All right. Muser said, I do need to replace my book 2. You don't need to replace. No, you don't need to replace. I don't want anyone to please don't waste your money if you already have a book 2 and you've been through it. Unless you love it so much, you got to have the latest, greatest. But I don't, honestly, that seems weird to me. I don't ever replace my textbooks that I bought, and I bought a ton of textbooks. But take Genki or some Korean book that if they came out with a new version, I wouldn't go oh, I gotta better replace mine. So I don't know if you want to replace it, but if you're in book 1 and you're getting to the end of book 1, the one on Amazon is the updated version. You could buy that. But right now, I think it's literally the same price as the special edition. That drawn version looked very creepy Japanese. Which one? Oh, this one? This was me, dude. I told the story yesterday in a live stream, but I'll tell it again. I had the 3 books, right? Hang on, I got them sitting right here because I was doing this yesterday. But I have, these are the older books, right? The originals. There was never a book 4 and 5 in this style. Although on the back you can see, on the back I do have like what they would have looked like if I had released it. You see that? Like that last one, the guy in the purple shirt, that's me. And the girl next to him, that was Keiko from the George and Keiko show. I just used them as the model. But anyway, I had these on this big banner. I mean, like this like 10 foot by 10 foot huge or 10 foot by 8 foot banner, right? And I was at Anime Expo. I took that banner everywhere. And at one Anime Expo, this artist next to me, just talking to who she thought was like another worker at the booth next to her, was like, oh my God, those artworks are so bad. Do they know how bad that art looks? And I did not know until that point. And then I'm like, yeah, they're so bad. I drew them though. I didn't draw, but I put them in, I Corel drawed them, So when we went to like Nitro Plus, the anime studio, and got these done like in 2007-ish or something like that, it was like an insane breath of, fresh air. And book sales skyrocketed after that, just because we changed the awesome cover, honestly. So it's always been a fear of mine to change the cover. That's why the covers have rarely changed, because they sell so well as is, right? A lot of people think that Kenji is freaky though, so. But anyway, like look at the new, like, this isn't the official cover. This is the special cover, for the record. This isn't going to be on Amazon. This is only on Shop. God, I'm overselling it. You know where it is. If you watch the video this far, you know where it is. All right, let me look at more comments. I have these special editions from last year. Is that one 8.0 or higher? Last year is 8.0. The last year one is 8.0 for book 1, but you do not need 8.2. You do not need, it's like small, like, this was supposed to be but it's TEH, or it's like literally small things like that you won't even probably notice it when you're reading, okay? If you have book 2 from last year, that is the older version. Oh my God, my chair, I gotta get a new chair. This thing's squeaking like crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear it. This year, the main difference between last year's special covers and this year is book 2 and 3 are completely revamped. That's it. Way more information, way more pages, way more dense, way better written, in my opinion. As the author, you can't trust me though. But you're good for book 1. You don't need it. I'm really making this video for anyone that needs book 3. It just came out. This is a rare moment where the special cover is the only way you can get this version. In a few days, you might be able to get it on Amazon. You might be able to. But not reliably, because they're going to be mixing the old one and the new one. That's just how it works. But this one, it's a different ISBN. All right. I think that's all I have. Let me see if I missed anything. It's better than I can draw, man. Well, to be fair, Musard, I did talk about this, but I didn't invent that style, the style that I did. There was a girl that had a website, and I translated her website for her in exchange for me using her style. So she had these like small icons for websites at schoolicons.com or something like that, or .org, I can't remember. And schoolicons or school icons. I never could figure out which one that was supposed to be. But I copied her style for translating her thing. So she had like these tiny, and I was like, I thought they were super cute, so I copied them, right? With her permission. Four books worth of videos for free. It's not, I'd say it's okay not to worry about it. It's true. But book 5, I'm gonna eventually get to it. The main selling point is his style. Are the revisions only on these new covers? Okay, I'm scrolling back up. I already read that one. Sorry. Maybe re-upload as a video instead of live to make sure subscribers see it. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut this up and put it in the playlist. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Matt earlier said, so books 1, 2, 3, and 5 is revised. Book 4 is the only one that's not revised. That's close to saying book 5 never got a revision yet. Book 5 was written almost 20 years. No, like 15 years after book 1. So it is already like book 5 set the standard for all the next revisions. I did a bunch of new styling and tool writing. I make tools in Word using Visual Basic to make this styling something that I wouldn't want to do by hand. It would be too much work to do it by hand. So like I can select a section and say, make this type of grammar, right? Or this is a Q&A, so it's gonna have this styling of grammar where the English font's a little bit smaller, the Japanese font is more clear, it's all new fonts. Like if you look at the fonts in book 4, I don't like those fonts, but that was the font for the whole series until book 5. In book 5, I updated the font, and then I went back and retroactively did a book 1, book 2, book 3 update. It's already too technical, I understand that. It's just like the cleaner font is in books 1, 2, 3, and 5. But it's not just font. All the content got updated in 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I think that's all I have to say, guys. I don't know what else. Do you want to end on the song that I did yesterday? I don't know. It's a learning Japanese song. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Wait. Oh, no. I let myself down by not having it clickable right away. We'll end on this, guys. If you haven't seen it, it's the anthem to singing to learning Japanese. Here we go. Are you ready? Uno, dos, tres. Let's learn Japanese. It's never too late. Taking you from zero to fluent Japanese from zero. Let's go! You've watched anime since you were in high school. You thought about learning before everyone thought it was cool. Well, now's the time. Get off your butt and learn to speak before your body hurts and your bones are brittle and weak. Only time can tell how good you'll get. If you don't start now, it's something you'll surely regret. So let's crack open the book and start right away. The best time to learn was last year, the second best time today. Woo! Learning Japanese for all the cute girls and boys. If you're already married, ignore all that noise. Anime is cool, Japanese food tastes great. Start learning Japanese now. It's never ever too late. If you like Japanese drama, you shouldn't procrastinate. You can hear Japan calling, it's always been your fate. Japanese in you is like seaweed on sushi, a perfect fit. Let's keep the learning going, you'll love every bit. Osaka in the west, Tokyo's in the east, Okinawa is south. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I'll give you mouth to mouth. I'm just kidding, that would be pretty strange. Physical contact is out of my range. Learning Japanese for all the cute boys and girls with their intricate dresses and their colorful twists and twirls. Pokemon is fun, Japanese music sounds great. Start learning Japanese now, it's never ever too late. People say Japanese is hard and they are right, but you aren't one to back down. You're ready for the fight. You'll study every day, learning every word and phrase. And once your conversation, you're ready for the next phase. A future awaits where you're fluent in Japanese. A loving wife, a husband awaits you, and they've got needs. So let's keep up the pace and never back down. Those that didn't believe you, they were wrong. They're just a clown. Learning Japanese for all the right and wrong reasons. Japanese is hard, but Japan is beautiful in all of its seasons. Because manga is fun, Japanese games are great. Start learning Japanese now. It's never, ever too late. Yeah! Come on, folks. Let's learn Japanese. It's never too late. Taking you from zero to fluent. Japanese from zero.